They're trying to change the population of the United States. And they hate it when you say that because it's true, but that's exactly what they're doing. Is anyone pushing back at all? I have less political power because they're importing a brand new electorate. Why should I sit back and take that? How much longer do you think Americans will put up with this? How long before Americans start to take border enforcement into their own hands? We have absolutely the right to know. We should demand to know now. Every time they import a new voter, I become disenfranchised as a current voter. No, they're not allowed to do that. Why are we putting up with this?
10 people were killed when a gunman opened fire. This was at a supermarket in a largely black neighborhood in Buffalo.
I seen the guy go in, Army style, bent over, just shooting at people, and I heard him shooting at people, and then I saw 3 people laying down.
Officials say that Peyton Gendron, a white 18-year-old man, was wearing body armor and military-style clothing when he pulled up yesterday at the Tops Friendly Market and began shooting. He picked that spot specifically for its demographics, according to officials.
The suspect was motivated by something called replacement theory, which is the totally false and racist ideology that claims there is a plot to diminish the influence of white people by replacing them with immigrants and people of color. This conspiracy theory has been increasingly echoed by many who are on the right.
Demographic change is the key to the Democratic Party's political ambitions. Our leaders have no right to encourage foreigners to move to this country in order to change election results. Abrupt change causes social chaos, always. What will the consequences of that change, of that revolution be? In your bones, you know the answer. It's terrifying. And it doesn't have to happen.
Some in the media have been quick to point fingers and even place blame on our friend and very popular Fox News host, Tucker Carlson. It's outrageous. It's wrong, both factually and morally.
You cannot overstate the scale of demographic change underway right now in the United States. It's a direct assault on our democracy.
It infuriates me. People have to inject their politics into everything. And this guy had a racist manifesto. There's no question. That doesn't make it Tucker Carlson's fault. Just stop it. Just stop it.
Megyn Kelly's afraid, guys. In the above video, she's shown sort of hand-wringing, pissing, and moaning about her quote-unquote good friend, Tucker Carlson, being blamed for the recent shooting, racist shooting out there in Buffalo. The guy obviously dropped a racist manifesto. The guy basically said that he wanted to kill foreigners and immigrants, essentially people he assumed, he deemed to be not American or American enough. And Megyn Kelly doesn't like the idea that we would blame terrible anti-immigrant racist events perpetuated by people who speak the exact same talking points, the exact same hate speech that her and her cohort on Fox and other conservative news outlets spew on a daily basis. And here's the thing, you can say some of this is right? There's so many outlets out there spewing some of the most terrible, vitriolic, racist rhetoric that you can find on the internet. There's a lot of outlets that are doing that, but the problem for Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson specifically is that this shooter pointed out something that is native to Tucker Carlson's show. It's this idea of replacement theory. For those of you who don't know, which I'm sure you do, but we can briefly talk about it here. The replacement theory is the idea that the Dems and liberals want to get in a bunch of immigrants from South America, Africa, whatever, so that the percentage of Americans whom are white are diminished, thereby their influence replaced by these immigrant groups, right? And the guy in Buffalo in his manifesto specifically pointed that out. And some would say Tucker Carlson has made his bones on this replacement theory nonsense. And so, yeah, sorry, the guy was specific. Like the theory that has been espoused by Fox News' most popular anchor. This guy has the biggest show on the network, and this is a thing that he's been banging for years now, riling people up about the idea that the libs and Democrats specifically are trying to replace white Americans with other ethnic groups. Like, that's his thing. He's made money on that. He's made his bones on that. So you can't run away from that, which is why I think she's behaving in such a hysterical manner and trying to cut and run. Like, you can't cut and run from this kind of thing. If he was just saying, black people are terrible, whatever, crime, blah, 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 immigrants, this. No, he cited a specific program and theory that Tucker Carlson has made so many remarks on. And so, he can't run from this one. He got to own that one.